on, guys? I'm Zach with the YoBro Gaming and Reviews channel, and I'm a little bit late, but not too much. This is your Monday Night Raw review, and for some reason my hat is just all out of whack tonight. Like, I don't even know what's wrong with it. I don't know. But this is your Monday Night Raw review, and yeah, it's been about a month or so since the last time I did a stream. I am keeping track of everything. This is the new little setup. Got a new microphone. I want to thank my baby for this. She is awesome, and I want to thank her very much for helping me out with the microphone. This is gonna drive me nuts because I don't know what I'm doing. I can't see anything. So, okay. Happiness is out of the way. We're gonna start this on a positive note. As far as the thank yous for the microphone, it's a sensitive microphone, so making sure that I have myself at the right spot to be able to hear it is, important. But this is live. Like I said, I haven't been on here in a long time, and I don't really want to get into all of that at this point in time. However, I will have a video up on Wednesday explaining what's going on with the channel, explaining what is the plan moving forward. I will be doing, it'll be before NXT and NXT UK reviews. Still not sure if I want to combine those or do them as separate. Haven't decided yet, but I'll figure it out. And I will be doing the SmackDown review tomorrow night. But yeah, like I said, I don't want to get into all of that stuff at this moment. So for tonight, I'm just going to focus on Raw. Changes are coming. Changes are coming to the channel. Changes that I feel need to be made. I feel I need to revamp this. The layouts that you're looking at are going to be different. All of it. I'm going to be changing every bit of it. So, you can see, well, for me, the layout's on that side. But you'll be able to see changes with the layouts, changes with the overall feel of this channel. That much I can tell you. I'm adding some new stuff for Patreon. So you guys can go support Patreon. It is YoBro Gaming and Reviews at patreon.com. All of this stuff's going to be changing. You can go to our TeePublic store. We do have t-shirts. It's YoBro Nation 1. You guys go ahead, go there. Go join us on our Discord, YoBro Nation on Discord, Twitter, YoBro Gaming 1. Of course, Facebook's YoBro Gaming and Reviews. So you guys can follow us on all that stuff. Hit us up on there. Feel free to interact. Feel free to talk to me. Anyone. Address whoever you want to address. Yes, there is no JD. There's reasons. Those are between me and him, and I choose to keep it private for respect to him, and respect for myself. But let's just go ahead and let's just dive into this Raw review. So I've been keeping up with the product. I'm just going to take the hat off. The hat is killing me, to be honest with you guys. So I'm going to just go ahead and fix my hair real quick. Yes, you guys can tell my hair is different. Can't do the whole hat thing today. I am a little I guess preoccupied. Raw was just like, come on. Raw was horrible, right? Raw, I honestly, I can't tell you what was the deal with Raw tonight. I just found Raw to be so, unnerving. They've been promising us change for 3 weeks now, and I saw it on Twitter, and I hate to agree. The stuff you've seen, like the pre-show, the taped episodes, was much, much better than what we saw tonight. I'm going to keep it calm. My girlfriend's sick, so I don't want to be loud and obnoxious to her. So I'm not going to yell too much. I'm going to try not to yell. And, but it was just, I mean, there's so much. It was just screamed same old bullshit. Nothing different. It was all the same, and it was just, it was just annoying. You know what I mean? Just bugged the holy living fudge out of me, and it just, I can't stand it. You know, there's a couple things in this show that I did like, that were good, that I appreciated, but overall, tonight's show was just not good. It was like same old repetitive garbage. You know what I mean? It just screamed bad. Simply, that was it. It screamed bad. I don't understand. I don't. It just, I don't even know how to put it in words. To say on social media, I put up a poll of who liked Raw. It was yes, 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 hell no, haven't watched yet, or didn't watch, don't want to, and majority of people didn't watch and didn't want to. And I think that's going to be the theme. And then it was pretty much split between hadn't watched yet and loved it. So it was interesting to see that poll on Twitter, and that's going to stay up for 24 hours. So you guys, if you guys want to go and vote, go to Twitter, Yo Bro Gaming 1. You guys can go there. You can vote and, you know, participate in that. Man, what a doozy. Like, I was excited for tonight's Raw starting off because it's like, okay, it's the first non-taped Raw of the year, and, you know, you're supposed to have Brock Lesnar, you're supposed to have Braun Strowman and John Cena and this and that, and they built it to seem good, made it sound good, should I say, and I don't think it was. I don't think it was as good as they really made it out to be. So it was utterly ridiculous, and I hated it. I did. I hated every bit of it. So, I mean, okay, I didn't hate every bit of it, but I hated a majority of what I saw tonight. And a majority of what I saw tonight was it was the epitome of garbage. And I think it showed throughout social media with what people were saying and what have you. And I don't know, like, when you really, like, look at everything and just the show in general, like, starting with John Cena, yeah, John Cena's a draw, and I get why they brought him in. I understand John Cena is a draw. He's gonna bump up your ratings a little bit. Okay, he's gonna bump your ratings up a little bit, but at first I was a little excited with the segment, and then it just ended up going flat for me. I was not at all excited for the Moment of Bliss or the match that followed. I don't think we needed that match. That match was awful. And then really, what else was there tonight? Like, I'm looking at my notes, and it's just like, what did you have? What was the show that we were watching tonight? What was there? There was nothing. You didn't have anything. It was just, oh my goodness. It was a bunch of nothing. A bunch of nothing. That's what you had. That's what you had for Raw. You know, great start, McMahon family. Your Raw ratings, I guarantee you the ratings aren't going to hit. Well, okay. The ratings probably for the first hour will definitely hit over 2. But I think you'll see a huge drop when the ratings come out. You'll see that decline in the ratings. And I'll be keeping an eye on that for sure. And I'm sure other podcasts will be keeping an eye out for that. But there will definitely next week be a significant drop from where the ratings were this week. And, I mean, they kept touting this whole thing about it's going to be a big change and they're, you know, making it better and blah, blah, blah. And you're not seeing that. This Raw was just like every other Raw that there ever was. So, what was the point? There was this much 0, -0 change for this. Outside of maybe Sasha Banks getting a title opportunity, but I know she's not winning. I know that. I mean, I know the match will be good, but I want to be surprised. I know Ronda is not losing. I know this stuff already. So what's the point? Like, what's the point, right? There was nothing though to go over. Like, I took notes, but like at points I felt as if there was no need to. And I hate to come back after over a month-long break from doing this, with the holidays and everything, to come back and to sound so negative. I don't want to come across that negative. I really don't. But I can't help but feel I'm probably going to, because of just how bad this really sounds. This show just was bad. And I mean, there was some change. I guess you're getting a new rivalry with Bobby Lashley and Seth Rollins. They're a big change, right? Or whenever they talk about the next segment, the upcoming matches or whatever, instead of showing in the, full title screen, it's just in the lower third. Little changes, right? It does nothing. That's not going to help the show, guys. Come on. Okay? You need to revamp. The logo needs to be different. You need just new title cards. You need new everything. This show needs a complete overhaul. I'm telling you, I guess I gotta get a drink. I mean, this show is horrific. It's bad. Just what is it? I mean, there's so much about this show that I want to hit on that just gets on my nerves. I feel like I'm rambling, but it's got to be said. But the sad thing is, yes, it needs to be said, but it's said again and again and again and again. And I know you all are sick of hearing this stuff from this podcaster and that podcaster. And now here I am again, and I'm saying it again. And it's just... It's really stupid stuff. And I have a cat coming through here. It's gonna pull on my cord. Go that way. It's like, cat, I got some stuff to do. Yeah, I have a cat trying to get under here and try to get to me. These cats, if they see you, they want you. And I know they have food, so I don't know. Raw it's abysmal. You know what I mean? It's abysmal. And there is so much stuff that it sucks. Like, for instance, where do I have it in here? Okay, first off, the crowd tonight was horrible. Tonight's crowd was garbage. They started off okay when Cena was out there, but as the show went on, they were dead. The crowd, you could tell, just didn't care. Wanted nothing to do with the show. And what was worse was tonight's commentary. If there's one thing that I really think needs fixed more than anything else, it's definitely the commentary team. My God, even Corey Graves at this point it's like someone went to Corey and said, stop being better than everyone else. We need you to act bad too, okay? So if you could just, The Office, or, what is I'm thinking of? I don't know. There's a movie. But, hey, if you could just act as bad as Michael Cole and Renee, that would be great. Thanks. What's that character's name? I can't think about it. I can't think of it, and that sucks because it's actually kind of funny. What is wrong with me? My throat's all dry. Oh, I'm probably getting sick too. Would just be my luck. Something else that I wish they would stop doing is these coming to WWE promos for the same 6 individuals. And it's been the same promo every week for now 3-4 weeks in a row. I'm over it. No, this is the 4th week. Stop Just stop doing them, please. I'm begging you guys. All right, I get Lars Sullivan's coming. I understand. Okay? I get it. How many times do I have to see the same Lacey Evans promo? And EC3 pulling his pants down. Oh, look, it's my tights. And I wear my gear under my clothes. I don't even understand why he does that. I don't get it. They're making EC3 look like a dummy. Okay? And stakes and weights. Gosh. Honestly, outside of Nikki Cross and Lars Sullivan, I'm not excited about any of them. If I'm to be honest. Oh, this is going to be a rough one. My throat is it's dry. This sucks. My throat's just dry as all can get out. Oh, and there's so much more that I could say that's just bad, but I will take my time and I will work through it little by little. Now, I don't know how well the audio is going to work on playing this clip, but I do want to play, if you all want to, I'm going to play this John Cena clip from the beginning of the show. Now, this is your Monday Night Raw review for Monday, January 7th, 2019, the first non-taped Raw of the year, the first live Raw of the year, and this took place in Orlando, Florida, the home of NXT. I would have rather been watching that, if I was to be honest. But this starts off with a backstage brawl. I guess they think that if we see that some people fighting backstage that we'll get excited and, well, obviously we'll love what we're watching, right? I mean, this will be so good that we'll just have to, love it, right? No, not really. It was meh. At best, it was just meh. I didn't care. Not at all. I gave 0 gave the crap, I guess. I have to watch my language. Apparently, YouTube is demonetizing videos that say the F word or the S word or lots of words, and I'm going to try to be careful and not say anything. So, but I probably have already slipped up once or twice. So, it's whatever. So you see this backstage brawl with Seth Rollins and Bobby Lashley. And, they're throwing people around on the stage. And then they fight off away from the stage. And then John Cena's music hits. Seamlessly. Without fail, he comes out. So this is... hopefully this does not mess with the stream because it has in the past. So I'm going to keep an eye on the stream while I listen to this with you guys. But this is John Cena entering himself in the Royal Rumble and Drew McIntyre coming out. And I have listened to this and they actually cut out part of what Drew says, which is stupid, but I'll go over it. Anyways, yeah, here's John Cena.
You see, everybody here knows that on the road to WrestleMania, there is one match that any superstar can grab that golden ticket.
If you guys can't hear it,
the golden ticket to a main event championship match of the granddaddy of them all, WrestleMania. And that is the Royal Rumble. In life, nothing is given away. Nothing is handed to you. You work hard, and you earn every inch. And I plan on earning my golden ticket. Right now, I am officially entering myself in this year's Royal Rumble match.
Let me know if the stream starts lagging. I see it's lagging.
John Cena, you see, everybody here knows.
All right, I'm just going to go ahead and cut that. It seemed to have messed with my stream. So I'm coming back. And okay, so I'm just going to stop that. It's going to lag. You guys are going to see a little lag. Just bear with it. Bear with it. I'm checking the stream. It's going to catch up. It's catching up. So, I guess I just won't do stuff anymore. Oh my gosh, I'm flashing. It was green. Now I'm going between yellow and green. I'm back to green. This is weird. The whole thing. Like, I see it's still going. I don't know. This stuff's weird. It's back. Okay. I don't know. It's funny. I can't stream certain things when I'm doing this. I'm going to figure it out. But, anyways, I don't plan on playing anything else the rest of the time anyways. So, like, I'm watching myself on the screen and I see myself, like, cutting. It's hilarious. It's okay. So, word to the wise, just no more videos. Anyways, yeah. So John Cena, you guys heard? I might have heard what John Cena said. So John Cena says, it's his road to WrestleMania, and he missed it last year. That you either got to step up or you get, left out, and that he's entering the Royal Rumble. So, that's what he's planning on doing. He's making his own path. Drew McIntyre comes out, says he doesn't care about who Cena's sleeping with, who Cena has slept with, or what his hair looks like, and you don't like this hair, you don't like this hair. Same old John Cena. He says he does care about his 16 world titles. He does care about Vince McMahon telling him that he's the greatest of all time. And that he actually agrees with Vince. Little throwback, Vince also said he was the chosen one, but that didn't work out either, did it? He says that he agrees, and because John is the best of all time, that he's going to take him out, because that's what he does. He's made a name for himself here, in case John hasn't checked. He says, call the Shield. Oh, yeah, I dismantled the Shield. Well, Roman Reigns actually got leukemia, so he's not there for that reason. Says, ask Dolph Ziggler, but oh, yeah, Dolph's out of the WWE, so you can't ask him. And then he says, ask Kurt Angle. I beat him with his own move. Which is true. That actually is one. He says he's known for making, big talent look bad, and, this is his jungle. All that stuff again. And Cena says, I left. He basically says he left because he wanted people to come up with new promo because he's hearing this time and time again. And Drew says, okay, well, I am not like them. I don't talk about it. I'll show you. They're all talk. I'm not. So they get ready to fight, but then here comes out Bobby Lashley and Lio Rush with the whole, Seth Rollins has lost it, it's not their fault, and that something needs to be done about him, and that they're going to call a lawyer, and that this show is going to be shut down until something's done about Seth Rollins. And here comes Rollins, who fights with them some more. And here comes Ambrose. Cena tries to help, but then McIntyre attacks him, and here comes Finn Balor, and you knew immediately, Teddy Long's spirit continues to live. We have ourselves a 6-man tag. So, the brawl ensues. The opening segment itself, as far as the promo, they're talking about it's going to be a change. I liked last week because they went straight into a match. I liked that a lot last week. This week, they decided that they don't want to do that. They want to go back to promos, which set up for a match. But the first 40 minutes of the show was all this stuff. It led to the match, which I'm not going to lie, I didn't really pay much attention to, because I've seen 6-man tags, I've seen 6-woman tags, I've seen all this stuff time and time and time again, and I'm over it. I don't want to see it no more. I'm sorry. If people are against that, people like this, that's okay. I didn't like this. I know that all these men are in the Rumble now. The heels, they were dominant over this, and worked over Cena for a while. Cena gets the hot tag. Dean Ambrose, he bails. Rollins is clearing house. Rollins is doing his thing. Then McIntyre, he's in there. He's looking great. Ambrose comes in, goes for dirty deeds. That gets countered into a curb stomp. 1, 2, 3. Then Rollins sees Triple H on the Tron. He goes backstage. Goes to talk to Triple H. Tells Triple H that he wants his shot for the Intercontinental title tonight. Triple H says, you got it. False count anywhere. You've got yourself a match. So, we're still getting our Intercontinental Championship match, which was announced over the weekend, by the way. But they made it sound like it was just announced for tonight. down. I'm referencing Simon. Okay, so that was your opening segment. Like I said, that was like the first 40 minutes of the entire show. Not exciting, guys. Not an exciting way to start your show, if I'm being honest. Same old repetitive stuff, and that's what people on Twitter kept saying. It was all repetitive, and people just kept hearing the same old things. So I'm going to keep repeating the same old things until they change it. That was garbage. Just my opinion. Sorry. So, I heard about this on Saturday's Off the Script with JD from New York. And if you guys don't know, I have a link to his channel down in the description. You guys can go check out his channel. The news had broke about Hulk Hogan, of all people, actually going to be coming to Raw and doing a tribute to Mean Gene Okerlund, which I'm not against. I can't say I forgave Hulk Hogan for what he did, and I'm actually not a fan of him even being... I mean, if you listen to anything I had to say, I was not adamant about him being at Crown Jewel. Didn't care what the capacity was, don't care why he was there. I just didn't care. But, in this instance, the fact that, him and Mean Gene were as close as they were, and the fact that I know this is probably what, Okerlund would have wanted, I'm okay with it. As long as it's just the one-time thing. As long as it's this one time, I'm cool with it. I have no problems. So, they do a 10-bell salute for Mean Gene Okerlund. Hulk Hogan comes out in full character, let me tell you something, brother. And the whole nine. But then he stops, pulls the glasses up, puts them on his bandana. And it says, I came out in full character because that's what Mean Gene Okerlund would have wanted. And then he goes on to really say very nice things, very sweet, very, you can tell what he was saying, he meant from the heart, right? You could tell that he was doing his best to hold back a lot of his emotion. And I won't lie, I felt what he was feeling. I remember being a kid, and I haven't talked about this outside of my short little video about Mean Gene's death, but I can remember watching, the videos of Hulk Hogan doing his interviews, in the late 80s and the early 90s in the WWF, and it was always Okerlund there. Never failed. And even when he went to WCW, Okerlund followed. Okerlund was there, Mean Gene was there with the Hulkster even then. He was there when he turned to Hollywood. But I remember, largest back in the world, carrying everyone. And, let me tell you something, Mean Gene. And not just, Hogan, but they had this nice, beautiful package with, it showed all these different people, Warrior and Savage and Perfect and Piper and all these guys, right? They showed all these guys, with Mean Gene. And it took me back. It did. It took me back to my childhood. And I'm sorry, I liked Hogan being there. It did feel right for me for this purpose. Not for him to be back on a full-time basis or, being made a special referee or something. But, man, my throat is dry. But for him to be just, able to pay tribute to a man who is probably, one of his closest friends, I think it's right. I think it was okay for him to be there. I have zero issue with this. Zero issue. And for all the hate that WWE received for this, I find it unwarranted. And I understand. I'm not going to try to tell people are wrong for their feelings. But just in this instance, I think it's okay. I think it's allowed for WWE to bring the man in to pay tribute to his friend. I do. Does it change how I feel about what he said? Does it change how I feel about how he acted in the instance of 06 with his daughter Brooke and the guy she was dating? No, it does not. Yeah, the guy's privacy was invaded, and that's wrong, but still, what he did was wrong, and I don't think I'll ever look at Hulk Hogan the same again, personally. So that's why I say, but in this instance, I can handle it. I can live with it. I can let it be what it is, and just let him do his thing. In this instance. In this instance, nothing else. There's no other capacity that I will allow Hulk Hogan to be there and be okay with it. I may get a little bit of hate for this, but it's fine. I understand people's opinions. I'm not going to tell anyone that they're wrong. I'm not going to say, hey, you shouldn't feel that way. That's crappy. You know what I mean? That's crappy. So that's how I feel about that. But it was nice, Hogan, I even liked the little bit at the end where he's talking about, he's up there booking, the biggest tag team match in history, he dropped all these names, and it was just like, man, like, the man really felt the way he did about Mean Gene, the Mean Gene-omania, like, it was nice. And watching the video package, it took me down memory lane, and it allowed me to remember wrestling for what I loved it at the time. And I couldn't really think of things when I first heard about Gene's death, but now that I'm, able to talk about it, is good. I'm glad that I'm talking about it and I'm able to speak about it now. So I'm going to move on. Rest in peace, Mean Gene Okerlund. That's all I'll say. Hogan did his thing. And I also want to say Hogan's age is showing. Hogan's age is showing quite bad now. Raw Tag Team Championships were on the line. Bobby Roode and Chad Gable defended against the Revival, this time in a lumberjack match. Look, this was your basic lumberjack match. It was not good. Like, at first I was like, maybe it's all right. I'm over it, man. I'm over it. I don't want to see another match with these guys. I'm tired of seeing the Revival constantly screwed. I'm tired of seeing the Revival not getting the wins. Just let them win. Like, I was predicting for Revival to win and just finally go on. But then it's like, well, who else do you have? So here's your Royal Rumble match. Probably they'll give them another rematch. Oh, but wait. Oh, rematches are no longer a thing. But then here came Nia Jackson. She wanted a rematch. Ugh. Speaking of things that have not changed. Oh, yeah. Revival lost. Small package with, I think it was Scott Dawson's foot under the rope. 1, 2, 3. Roode and Gable get away with another victory that I guess wasn't deserved, or whatever people were saying. I don't know. So, Elias versus Baron Corbin. Wow, I feel like I've seen that before somewhere, but no way, right? I mean, this is the new era, right? No way anyone's said that before, seen this match. How dare I think that? Jesus Christ. So Elias does another promo, same old thing. Talked about how 2018 was a great year and he really established himself and grew and blah, 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 blah. I like Elias, but half of what he said was bullshit. So then he was selling out arenas all over the place. Said he sold out Madison Square Garden. Pretty sure the show got canceled. But it was not at the Garden. I don't know. But anyways, he says he's going to be in the 2019 Royal Rumble and that he will obviously go win the title. No, you won't, Elias, but hey, big dreams. But he goes to sing a song about Baron Corbin, because he likes, as much as he likes to talk about his success, he likes to talk about the failures of Mr. Corbin. But Corbin comes out, throws some insults, says that, Orlando's a lot like him. They've never really had a job. They don't understand what it's like to have a job that's, full of responsibility and stressful. And, it was hard being the general manager of Raw. Sorry, general manager elect, or whatever he wanted to call himself. So he says he's entering the Royal Rumble and he's going to win. And then they actually said Baron Corbin could very well win this thing, but tonight he's got to worry about Elias. Baron Corbin's not winning this. Elias is not winning this Rumble. Okay? I know who my Royal Rumble prediction is, but I'm not going to tell no one until it's time to actually talk about it. So the match itself, they're talking about this is the new era, and it's going to be changed, new matchups, new faces. Except I'm seeing a match that I saw just a couple months ago. Not a big change, guys. Not a big change. Like I said, seen this before. And I'm giving them, and I know that people are going to do this. Oh, well, the college football playoff was tonight. Yeah, and I'm guaranteeing you not a lot of people were watching most of that game, because I kept track of it on Twitter, and Bama was getting their asses smashed. So Clemson probably rolled through Tides and beat them. And I'm sorry for anyone who watches who's a Bama fan, but dude, they got their hands, they got smashed, man. It was bad. It was bad. I was keeping track of that on Twitter. So the excuse of, well, the college football playoffs are on, so obviously, okay, so then what's the excuse next week? Is that the reason they didn't roll out the red carpet this week for change? Oh, well, they're waiting until after the Royal Rumble, and then they're gonna... I'm gonna continue to hear this bullshit of, well, the WWE, they're not doing it yet because of such and such. Well, they're not doing it now because of, there's constant reasons, okay? Stop with the reasons. Seriously, I'm tired of these people, these certain individuals in certain communities on the internet, or certain communities on these podcasts, or these vlogs and blogs and all these places, continuously making excuses for the WWE, saying, oh, well, they did, well, there was football this week. Well, the U.S. Open happened. There was a dog show. And in February, what'll be is, the Super Bowl was last night, so people just, they were kind of tired. It was Martin Luther King Day. They were just busy. Come on, guys, they were busy. The writers just needed a break. They did a Super Bowl. Shut up. Seriously, just shut your faces. Y'all are stupid. There's no excuse. I remember how WWE used to run those ads, we don't have an off season. There's no off season. Well, then what is most of the year? It's always January to WrestleMania. You guys, really work on it. And then afterwards, just declines. So there's literally hardly anyone watching. I'm sorry that I grew up at a time when wrestling was at its peak. I was an Attitude Era kid, and I am not saying that the Attitude Era is what wrestling needs. It's not. It needs good writing. It needs good stories. It needs better character development. All that stuff's what it needs. Give me good match quality. Give me good characters. Give me a reason to care. That's all I want. That's all I've ever wanted. But that's not what they do here, no. They say, but they're trying. It's hard, It's hard for 30 writers to write. Well, yeah, it probably is when you're writing for Vince McMahon and pretty much everything goes through what he wants and then nothing else matters. So, I mean, yeah, I guess it would be rough, right? But I'm tired of excuses. I'm tired of all of it. I've been a wrestling fan for 20 years now. 20 years? And this is absolutely the lowest I've seen wrestling. And I don't want to hear, if you don't like it, don't watch it. Well, I've been watching it for 20 years, and I'm not going to stop because the product's bad. Because I got to believe that at some point it will get better. That at some point, the product will be in a better place. I guess it would be in a better condition. I know a lot of people crapped on the John Cena era, the PG era, whatever it is, and technically we're still in the PG era, but that was better than this. That was better than this when Punk was the champion. It was better. Just as back as far as 3-4 years ago, it wasn't horrible. I mean, it was bad, but I could handle it. I could watch it and be okay with what I was seeing. But now, man, I don't know. It's gotten so bad. So bad. It's just, I don't know. It's bad. I don't even know what I'm doing. Baron Corbin won this, if anyone cares to know. Baron Corbin won this match. I guess I lost what I was really focusing on because it's garbage. It's garbage. All of it's garbage. So a Dean Ambrose promo says that he's not enjoying what he's having to do to Seth Rollins, that it hurts him, just as much as it's hurting, Seth when he has to do this to Seth. But he's got to be the moral compass, and he only trusts himself to do this. But if Seth wins the, Intercontinental Championship, it's game over for all of us. So, he's doing what he's having to do to bring balance back to the WWE. Well, thank you, Dean. But I hate to tell you, buddy, you're failing. You're failing, bro, because WWE still sucks. And if it's because Seth was champion, well, hopefully he's the Universal Champion. Speaking of the Universal Championship, oh my God, it's the thumbnail. I made this thumbnail before the show started. I really should have waited till after this segment to have made the thumbnail. But face to face with Brock Lesnar and Braun Strowman. If you mean with face to face, you're talking like, camera to camera. Yeah, sure, that's what it was. But I thought about changing it, but I was like, it's kind of funny. And it would draw people in here to look like, oh, did they have a face-to-face? I thought they didn't have. No. Definitely no face-to-faces with these guys. So, you're all good. Don't worry. Everything is as it was, as you remembered it, if you watched. So Strowman comes out, and Paul Heyman and Brock Lesnar decide they just want to stay backstage, and Paul Heyman goes about how, cards subject to change, he should be happy, blah, 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 same old type stuff, there'd be no challenger, etc., 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 etc. All boring, all irrelevant, and I don't know, I guess I didn't care either. This segment was so bad, and then they just stand there awkwardly, right? After they're done talking and saying what they had to say to, and I'm not looking up the audio. It really, this was just was a bad segment, and it got crapped on. I believe it was, forgot who it was I was looking at on Twitter. Was saying how, hey, this show might not be too bad. The top of the second hour is going to have Brock and Strowman. That could be interesting. We get to finish with Seth and Dean. And then after the segment happened, he's like, oh, God, that was so bad. He's like, I actually probably care less now than I did before. I can't remember who it was. But anyways, Braun, starts, he's just standing there awkwardly. And they're standing there in front of the camera. I'm like, okay, is the camera cutting? No, they're going to say some more. And then he's like, I'm waiting for you, beastie boy. He's trying to goad him, saying something about standing behind Paul Heyman, and Paul Heyman's like, I'm standing behind him. And it was some of the worst dialogue, ever. It was bad. It was so bad and so cringy. Take the microphone away from him, and they're just laughing at him, and it's just and he just keeps talking, and it's like, oh my God, this is so bad. Please stop this. I could never, my girlfriend doesn't watch wrestling anymore. She used to, but how in the world am I supposed to make her want to watch this listening to garbage like this? How am I supposed to get anyone to watch this and want to, holy crap, this was horrible. This was just all so horrible. It was bad stuff. So bad. All so bad. Anyways, so, Brock finally comes out. So I guess I can see what he's got. And he comes out and he's walking around ringside and walks back up the ramp. And then Braun's just like, more with that whole get these hands things. Well, okay, if I'm going to be honest with you, Mr. Strowman, you've had to do 3 attempts to be Universal Champion against Brock Lesnar. Oh, no, 4 attempts. And you have yet to successfully beat him. In fact, you had probably the best chance of your life when you were Mr. Money in the Bank, but, you wanted to, cash that in face-to-face, right? To Mr. Strowman, or Mr. Roman Reigns. I hope he's doing well, by the way. He's not on social media, so I don't know. But, he says he's going to be Universal Champion. No, he's not. And if he is, it's going to fall flat. They should have, this is, again, WWE doing what they do. There's no change. They're going to try to force something that they should have done before. But as you see, the man front and center on my layout, Mr. Roman Reigns, he was the priority. And now that he's gone, now they want to push Strowman. Yeah, you guys really aren't. No, it's not going to work, guys. So just get over it. So that was it. That was that segment, and it was absolutely. It was horrendous. I honestly couldn't think of a bad title for my thumbnail that just really could express exactly how bad this show was. All this name talent that they brought in for the show, and it just fell so flat. So flat. There was no change tonight, guys. None. I don't care if 8 people watch this or 80 people watch this. I say to all of you, this show, it fell so flat. It was bad. And, God, it was horrible. Just like downright atrocious. Is it the worst Raw I've ever seen? No, it wasn't the worst, but oh my goodness. It was just, God, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you guys. I'm almost out of drink. But I'm almost to the end of the show, so it's not too bad. I don't know. What else could I say? Like I said, this was just a bad show. And I don't know. I don't know why they feel the need. This is what they want to do. Why they, promising change and McMahon and the shakeup was all just to get, viewership up for that week. And that didn't really do much for him anyways, because it just dropped back the next week. No one cared. No one's going to care. No one's going to continue to, no one cares, guys. It's just bad. It's just bad all the way around. So, and this segment is the epitome of it. I bet you Vince McMahon himself wrote this whole stupid segment. Hey, Beastie Boy. Beastie Boy. Come on. Beastie Boy. I like this microphone. Anyways. So, something that happened, like, I took a piss break. And I come back, and apparently Jinder Mahal and Alicia Fox were in a mixed tag team match with Ember Moon and Apollo Crews. As if Ember Moon couldn't fall any further, now she's in a 2-minute mixed tag team match. This lady came into the WWE down at NXT. They're in Full Sail in Orlando. And was such a big deal when she showed up. Huge deal when she showed up. Now, does anyone care? Does anyone care that Ember Moon is even around? I was talking about how, Sasha Banks is not beating Ronda Rousey at the Royal Rumble. We're going to get to that. Don't worry. People want her to get a push, but what's it going to resolve to? What's it going to, go to? They never finished her feud with Nia Jax. They just kind of got her floating around doing a whole bunch of nothing. So, I mean, I hope she just writes out her contract and leaves. I hope most of the talent just write Kenny Omega to come to the WWE. It's not going to happen. I was for a minute, was almost like, maybe he will. But then he's going to look at a show like this. And he's going to look at a show like next week, because I guarantee you next week's is going to be just as bad. But he's going to look at these shows, and he's going to be like, nope. I'll go over to AEW with my buddies, right? The Young Bucks and Cody, and Hangman and Skrull, and I'm thinking Daniels, Kazarian, and Scorpio are going too. So, SoCal's going to follow with them. And I think he's going to be all elite. That's what I really believe now. So, WWE, if you don't like, I ain't the one who said this, but it's true. If you don't get the signings and the people that you were trying to get to make this a big year, blame yourselves. Look at Mr. McMahon and say, look, you old fart, you need to get out of here and you need to go away. Basically what they need to tell him. Maybe just oust him with the boot. Have those, what is that thing, where they claim that they're senile and they kind of kick them out. They need to do that thing. Some sort of an impeachment-like process. Anything. Just get rid of Vince McMahon. And it's not because I think he's not been as good as what we thought he was. It's more so just I think he's out of touch. And to come out and say we're sorry and then nothing's changed. It's the same. Gosh, what's the point? What is the point of all this? I don't understand it. Am I looking at me or am I looking at the camera? I don't know. But what is the point of all this? What is the point in any of this? I know, I keep looking over. I'm checking this stream. Just God, it sucks. It just sucks. It blows. And to show you more change. Oh yeah, an Ember Moon won with an Eclipse. 1, 2, 3. Okay, who cares? To make things worse, to show just how bad this really is and how they've not changed. You had this whole long, stupid segment that you didn't need. You didn't need this. You didn't need it. Okay? You could have done this in a variety of different ways, with a variety of different people. But you chose to go this whole moment of bliss because, WWE's got this hard-on for Alexa Bliss, and they need to keep her on television, I suppose. So she comes out demanding coffee and blah, just acting like stupid. And they have this hype package for Ronda Rousey. And look, Ronda's had a fantastic first year. And I was a doubter. I was wrong, okay? I was so way wrong. Ronda is excelling at this business way better than I could have ever predicted. But looking forward, not back. That's what Ronda says. When asked, what do you think about your first year? What's coming up for the next year? She's, I'm looking forward. I'm not back. She talks about how she wants to give a certain individual the chance for the championship competition, that this person is the unsung hero of the division, that she's got more talent in her little finger that most of the women in that locker room have in their whole body. And I'm thinking to myself, well, who is she talking about? I thought for a second, God, is she going to give Natty another shot? But no, she called out Sasha Banks. Now, I've been critical with Sasha. I've even said at points that I'm done with Sasha and that I don't want to see Sasha anymore. But I can recognize Sasha Banks is probably the best female performer on that roster for Raw. And I want to see this. I want to see this match. And it's going to be fantastic. And I've already spoiled it, but just follow me here. Okay, so Nia Jax comes out laughing. I thought it sounded like a guy, honestly. I thought it was like that PA that she yelled at. But she comes out and says, well, we have unfinished business. Where's my rematch? Seth got a rematch. And I'm just thinking, they said that the whole rematch clause was antiquated, right? Antiquated. Big words. It was antiquated. But no one ever says anything about it. It's like they're slowly like backtracking, like, oh no, we didn't say that. We never said that. We gotta go. Good, bye. Antiquated. But they're acting as if I guess that didn't happen. So what are they trying to do to get around this, right? At least this was my thought, okay? When Sasha came out and, Nia's like, I could break your face. You can get in the back of the line. And she's like, bitch, what line? We'll go to the ring and have a match right now. #1 contendership. And apparently it was approved during the break. Anyway, Sasha did say something, though, to Ronda. She says, look, I appreciate the nice words, and I respect you, and I happily will accept this challenge. She says, but it will also be a pleasure and an honor to show you how to lose with respect and dignity. The old Sasha Banks just snapped out just a little bit. You saw that old Sasha just snapping out at her. And so they're like I said, bad crowd reaction. This crowd was dead. And Nia's sitting there, I'm not ready. Couldn't even fit in the chair. Fucking go eat another bucket of chicken. All right, Nia? First off, this match was made in the middle of a commercial break. And the match was approved by who? Which McMahon? Which one did it? Why did they do it to the break? Why didn't they pop up on the screen or something? Be like, oh, hey, Nia, you down there? Get to the ring. We're going to do this, right? Before I get to the match, first of all, you could have done this differently. You could have had a Bayley. You could have added a Ruby Riott. You could have added someone else, right? Maybe made it a nice little fatal four-way with Ruby and Bayley and Sasha and, I don't know, throw fucking Mickie James in there. I don't care. Did something differently. Made this meaningful. Or set up a nice little tournament, right? Or even a couple qualifying matches, and then the winner could face her, right? Something. Anything differently. But no, they led you with the perception that Nia was probably going to win again. And that's what I was thinking. It's like, well, what the fuck? Why can't they just have Sasha get the title shot? Why does she have to jump through this hoop with Nia? And it was just like, what is the point? Why? I honestly thought they're like, well, they can't just hand out rematches. We'll make them have a #1 contenders match. And if you've noticed, every title match that we've gotten and we're going to be getting, with the exception of 1 or 2, have been rematches. Rematches from matches we've already seen, because by golly, they just have to have that rematch. Just, golly, I don't want to get too much in it tonight, because I'm sure I'll talk about it tomorrow night with SmackDown. I don't want to see AJ Styles versus Daniel Bryan again. I just don't want to. Don't care to. It's not important to me. I did not want to see Seth Rollins versus Dean Ambrose again. I sure as hell did not want to see Nia Jax versus her. Didn't want it. Not even a little bit. Not even a little bit. Anyways, this match was fucking terrible. There's my first F-bomb. At least no monetization for this video. Match was bad. It was bad. And you can see, I don't know if it's her weight or if she's just careless in the ring. Nia's going to hurt someone else again. She was just so careless in this match and botched in so many spots. People on Twitter, women, were talking about how it was her weight, that she just can't move to do the moves right. Like, there's a couple times I thought she really was hurting Sasha. But anyways, the commentary, and they're going on about how there's this change, and not specifically in this match, but just in general, how, the change is happening, the regime change, and blah, 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 blah. And it's just like, no. And I heard that fucking face breaker shit again. You accidentally hurt somebody, and now you're coining it as a thing. And that's cool. I guess Owen did it, because it was cool then. But you're just, I'll break your face. Shut up. But anyways, Sasha won this match. You know, after a really sick Hurricanrana on the outside, she got the bank statement on finally, and Nia tapped. And I was so relieved because I really do believe that Sasha Banks and Ronda Rousey can give us a really good match. I will not doubt Ronda can work with anybody now. And working with someone the talent level of Sasha Banks, it's going to be, I won't say it's going to be 5 stars, but it's definitely going to be a 3 to. I really do believe that. I really, really do. So, as excited as I am about the match, however, I know Sasha's not winning. We'll talk more about it at another time. But it is what it is, right? It is what it is. So, main event, Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose, Intercontinental Championship. It was a Falls Count Anywhere match. Look, the ending of this was telegraphed from the beginning of the show with that first match. I'm not going to really get into it. There's not a lot to talk about it. It was a lot of brawling. There was a couple good spots, you know, like Dean kissing Seth on the forehead, saying no, this is for old times, and tried to, you know, give him the dirty deeds onto the concrete floor. But Seth Rollins loses after a Lashley attack, and Dean Ambrose is going to retain the title. Now, these two are probably going to feud going into the Elimination Chamber and into Fastlane, because apparently they still have to have Fastlane as a pay-per-view. I don't know. So that's your Raw. Look, I've went on for this for a little over an hour. There's not a lot to talk about. There's not. So I'm not going to keep harboring on it. So you guys tell me what you think in the comments. But that was your Monday Night Raw. I give the show a bad grade. I give it a 2 out of 10. I did not like this show. So I'm going to cut it short. This is it. I'm done. So you can follow us on our social medias. You can see those right there on the layout. Go ahead and follow us. I am Zach with the Yo Bro Gaming and Reviews. See you guys tomorrow for SmackDown. Like I said, Wednesday, I will be posting a video giving you guys everything that's coming up and what is the ideas for the channel. Big stuff coming this month. So I do appreciate everyone coming here. Y'all have a good night. Hope you guys enjoyed Raw. And if you didn't watch Raw, maybe you watched the College Football Playoffs National Championship.